You know, when Fafnir is a dragon god of fire. Fafnir, when Fafnir was destroyed by Siegfried, his blood was shed, and his blood, whenever whoever washed himself in this blood, was invincible. No one could ever touch them. You know why? When Fafnir died, he touched the energy of a god, and he became the eternal god of fire. The eternal god of fire because he already had a soul of a dragon. Whenever he changed into a dragon, he was finally forever with in the godhood of dragons. My brothers and sisters, this is actually something that a lot of people, alchemists from back in the day, they try to study this. Whatever, alchemists had very much belief in dragons. They knew that dragons existed here on Earth, and they knew that there was something special about them. There are a lot of writings and even drawings of dragons that alchemists knew there was a secret behind them, a secret that also lives with people that worship them, but also people like you, my brothers and sisters, that have a lot of emotions for the dragons. They actually knew that there was something more. But yeah, alchemists in itself, they are not connected to the dragon. Even they tried so hard to do everything that is standing, that they knew to connect with the dragon. If you are not born with the dragon, you will not connect with the dragon. If you're not feeling anything for the dragon, and that is my rule, my brothers and sisters. If you're not feeling anything for the dragon, let it behind. Don't even touch it. If you don't feel anything, if you're not, emotions are not connected to the dragon, if you don't need the dragon, if you just want benefits from the dragon, leave the dragon behind. That is one of the major rules that I have, that I made myself, because I've seen what happens if you try to connect with a dragon, if you just want benefits from them. This is actually one of the rules that you need to keep in mind, my brothers and sisters. Don't summon the dragon if you're not connected with, but you are a brother or a sister, you have a lot of emotions for your dragon, and summoning the dragon happens naturally. It happens naturally. And what I also wanted to say is, alchemists try to do this back in the day, and they have a lot of drawings and left something behind from experiments that they had. Alchemists, they connected science with magic. That is what actually Merlin as well used to be. He was an alchemist. But a lot of alchemists tried to experiment with dragon magic, dragon energy. That is what I wanted to know. There was something more than just the dragon. There was something more behind these people as well that connect with the dragon. There was something more, they knew it. And what this was, my brothers and sisters, according to the alchemist, was eternal life. That they wanted to secret from the dragon for eternal life. They knew somewhere that the dragon held the secret for eternal life. And that is actually true, my brothers and sisters, because the dragon in itself is the Ouroboros. The dragon always continues. The dragon in itself, whenever there is a cycle of the dragon, most of the time the cycle takes a long time because of what the dragons are, but as well as their spirit. Their spirit, that they go to another place, they are born once again, always, all the time, and now they are born inside of you, so you as well held, even if you don't know, you have the secret to eternal life. The eternal life lies inside of you. And that is also what Fafnir's story is actually telling us, that your blood as well is that of a dragon. Your blood is eternal, but also the fire is eternal. The fire of Fafnir lives forever inside of you. And that is what Fafnir is. Fafnir holds the key to eternal life, but he always and only gives it to his children. His children has only the secret to eternal life. That is because the spirit of the dragon is eternal, forever. And that is what alchemists didn't understand. They as well tried to connect with dragons. They wanted their blood to have this, to know the secret of eternal life. They wanted to experiment with the blood of the dragon. But of course, there was not a dragon physically that they could use. So they try to summon the dragon or to connect with those who have a connection with the dragon, so that eventually someday they will get a reach of the dragon's blood, so they will know the key to eternal life, because that is where dragon's blood is. Dragon's blood holds the key to eternal life, because in the story it said that it made Siegfried invincible simply because that is the blood of a god. That is the blood that is actually covering you with dragon scales. And these dragon scales, that is something that you are born with. That's something that you as well can use. The dragon scales live in all around you. But yeah, they wanted to reach out and they tried to connect with people who has a connection like you, and they had a spell that is very much in Latin, a spell that is very well known in our community, and it's supposed to be like this: sum saxum saxorum industrium and quantum in draconis, and that was actually that what did it say? It says from dust to rocks, from rocks to a mountain, so it shall be the dragon. So that is what it means. But it was used by this man's own will. This is the spell that he used. The spell that you use, my brothers and sisters, is not going to be the same. It doesn't need to be in Latin. It doesn't need to be the same words. It just needs to be your heart. And that is what you need, your heart. That is the only thing that you need to summon your dragon. But because these alchemists thought this was the only spell that's supposed to summon the dragon, well, actually, no, my good alchemists, that is actually not true. There are so many keys to the dragon realm, so many. And one of the keys is something that you hold, my brothers and sisters. The blood that you have inside of you is the blood that holds the key to the dragon realms. And you will never, like these alchemists, abuse the dragon. You will never abuse their blood. They will never, you have eternal life, my brothers and sisters. Not the eternal life here on this world, but the eternal life that you have inside of you. This is your gift from Fafnir. Fafnir gave it to you because you are a brother or a sister of mine, and you a spiritual one, and you have the gift of Fafnir, and Fafnir gives you eternal life, because what lives inside of you is a spirit of a dragon, and the spirit of the dragon is as well his child, that he gives eternal life only to you. All of these other people who are looking for eternal life or something like this is not going to have it. That is also what alchemists, they knew the divinity of the dragon. They knew that there was something godlike behind the dragon. They knew it all, and that is all true. They were so close to the truth. But the actual truth, my brothers and sisters, is that it was given to you and not to them. So it has to be and remain to be with you, and to be a secret in itself. To not let people or humans in itself to have an eternal life. That is something that you have. Whenever you die in this body, your spirit of Fafnir is going to have a new cycle. And most of the time, this will happen inside of the dragon realms. And even though there are many spiritual worlds, the dragon realm is a physical world, the physical realm. And you will live on for many hundreds, if not thousands of years, as a dragon. Whenever I heard something like this, whenever I heard this from the dragon, whenever I heard this from people, I was always like, no, I'm not a dragon. Well, actually, your soul is, your spirit is. And that is what will be recycled. Your body will be left behind, but your spirit will go to the dragon realms. And whenever it's there, you will have blood, you will have a body, you will have all of it. You will have scales from the dragon. You will be surrounded by the dragons of your dragon eye. I've seen this before. And it's, even though a lot of people, humans, will not see this as some kind of a home or a heaven, but you will, I guarantee this, my brothers and sisters. And whenever these people, these alchemists, use the spell sum saxorum industrium, it didn't end well. It didn't end well because they always failed. Whenever you try to chain the dragon, whenever you try to chain them, put the chain around their neck and drag them here, it will never end well. But you are not doing that. You are asking them. You are asking them to come to you. And that is the only way to connect with the dragon. And you know that. You don't summon the dragon with force. You summon the dragon with your heart. You summon the dragon with what you have. What the first place why you are on the dragon spot, in the first place why you are a dragon witch, is not to abuse them of their powers, because you have these powers. You have a dragon's power. But that is not what people see importance. They want to abuse you. They want to abuse it. They want to abuse whatever secrets that you have. Even though a lot of people just don't know that you have a lot of secrets. You might not even know it, how many secrets you can reveal. But that is how it is. You hold the secret to eternal life, and you might not even know it. Because once you are in the dragon realms, the spirit lives on. Your spirit is ancient. It's ever since the beginning of time. It's been born out of Tiamat. It's been blessed by Fafnir. It's been looked after by Leviathan. They are all your parents. They are all your creators. And that is what alchemists didn't understand. They didn't understand how dragons work, how it works, how the magic of the dragon works. Of course, they were very close to it, knowing that their blood was much more than it seems. But even now, it's more like forgotten, because alchemists, there are no more alchemists, but they left something of information behind. And what they left behind is at least, say, interesting. But yeah, there is much more to it. And even back in the day, you could say to the alchemists, yeah, I am connecting with the dragon, but I do not abuse it like you are trying to do. You know, the book of D.J. Conway, Dancing with Dragons, there was one major mistake she made inside of this book. She commanded dragons. And that is what these alchemists also try to do. They commanded dragons. You don't command a dragon. No one commands you. No one commands the dragon. That is something that they and all of the humans should keep in mind. You do not command dragons. They are not your slave. They are not your pet. They are there for you, but they want this equal level of, that you are looking at them on equal level, not lesser, not higher, but equal level. Even though I worship them, I worship every single dragon, god or guardian. I worship them for what they are. That is free to do, of course, but in fact what the dragon is trying to ask is to see them on equal level, most of them. Of course, I'm not talking for your dragon, I'm talking with my dragon, because every dragon is different. So it can be that your dragon has more like an ego, see me as higher, or see me as lower. It can be. But dragons most of the time are like this, see me on equal level. And I worship all of them, every single one of them. And that is what alchemists didn't understand, our connection with the dragon.